How much do you know about the family of railroad and shipping tycoon that started from the Cornelius Commodore Vanderbilt? While you may have heard of the large Vanderbilt family estate on Fifth Avenue, you might not know they had some of the most extraordinary jewelry pieces, hailing back to the French jewels of Bonaparte. The Vanderbilts were one of the most formidable wealthy families in America up until the mid-20th century. Their fortune was made on their shipping and railroad empire. There's a lot to know about this infamous family, where leading women like Alva and Grace Vanderbilt were fashion icons and loved to gather the socialites for spectacular balls, dazzling in jewels and screaming with luxury. Now, let's get back to the Gilded Age when Alva Smith married into one of America's great Gilded Age dynasties, the newly wealthy but socially shunned Vanderbilts. Ignored by New York's old money circles and determined to win respect, she designed and built 9 mansions, hosted grand balls, and arranged for her daughter to marry a duke. The Boucheron tiara. Consuelo Vanderbilt, the daughter of Southern belle Alva Erskine Smith and New York Railroad millionaire William Kissam Vanderbilt, was raised in a harsh and violent environment at 660 Fifth Avenue and Marble House in Newport. Despite being secretly engaged to Winthrop Rutherford, she was compelled to wed the 9th Duke of Marlborough, earning her a title and a position in the British aristocracy, while the Duke utilized her substantial inheritance to preserve the family's home, Blenheim Palace. When the Dollar Princess Consuelo Vanderbilt married the Duke of Marlborough in 1895, she received this Boucheron diamond tiara with large pear-shaped diamonds as a gift from her father, William Kissam Vanderbilt. As written by Consuelo in her letters, Marlborough's ideas about jewels were equally princely, and since they didn't have many family heirlooms, jewels became a necessary addition to her dowry. The Boucheron tiara was made of foliage and scrollwork design and surmounted by 19 large, pear-shaped stones of the finest quality. The new Duchess of Marlborough wore her Boucheron diamond tiara matching with pearls and a diamond belt when she was presented at court to Queen Victoria soon after arriving in England. In 1902, the Duchess of Marlborough wore her diamond tiara for the coronation of King Edward VII, paired with her mother's festoon pearl necklace and large diamonds scattered over her corsage. After she divorced the Duke of Marlborough, she auctioned the Boucheron diamond tiara at Christie's in London, where it was purchased by S. H. Harris & Son. Pearl necklace. Alva Vanderbilt owned a remarkable pearl necklace that she later gifted to her daughter, Consuelo, upon her marriage to the 9th Duke of Marlborough in 1895. This exquisite necklace featured 2 strands of pearls, each with a storied provenance. One strand was said to have belonged to Empress Catherine, and the other to Empress Eugenie of France. Consuelo frequently adorned herself with these pearls during significant events. The necklace not only symbolized the Vanderbilt family's immense wealth, but also their connection to European aristocracy. Vanderbilt's Boucheron Pearl Tiara. The Boucheron pearl and diamond tiara was first designed as a coronet and was purchased in 1890 by William Kissam Vanderbilt for his wife, Alva. Following their divorce in 1895, Alva kept the tiara, which she gave to their daughter Consuelo as a wedding gift when she wed the Duke of Marlborough the same year, along with 2 enormous strings of pearls. Although the Duchess does not appear to have been photographed wearing the piece in either shape, the tiara was returned to Boucheron in 1913 to be altered into a more open bandeau style. Along with a strand of Vanderbilt pearls, the Boucheron pearl and diamond tiara was one of the wedding presents given to the Duchess's older son, the Marquis of Blandford, when he married Alexandra Mary Cadogan in 1920. After becoming the Duchess of Marlborough in 1934, the tiara continued to be her most important jewel. She wore it to the coronation of King George VI in 1937, and for a number of photos in Vogue, generally with her numerous enormous emerald brooches. In 1953, when her daughter, Lady Rosemary, was a maid of honor during Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, the Duchess of Marlborough also wore the Boucheron pearl tiara. Moving to modern times, before Camilla Thorpe married the present Marquis of Blandford, heir to the dukedom, in 2018, the tiara had never been seen in public. But now let's dive into the jewels loved by famous socialite Grace Wilson, who married Cornelius Vanderbilt III in 1896. She was one of the last Vanderbilts to live the luxurious life of the head of society that her predecessors, such as Alice and Alva Vanderbilt, enjoyed. Bonaparte's diamond rose brooch. While Vanderbilts didn't have an extensive jewelry collection like the royals, they owned several historical pieces that belonged to royalty. The Tudor Rose, a magnificent diamond corsage brooch, belonged to Princess Matilda, daughter of Jerome Bonaparte, and Katharina, Princess of Württemberg. Parisian jeweler created the spectacular antique diamond corsage brooch in 1855. It was modeled after a big sculpted rose blossom, now known as a Tudor rose. Historical records claim that the brooch has 860 tiny roses and 2,637 diamonds, totaling 136 carats. Princess Matilda undoubtedly wore it frequently over the 50 years that it was in her possession. Christie's Geneva sold the Tudor rose to a private collector in 1972 after it had changed hands once more. But who owns the brooch now? In 2004, Princess Matilda Bonaparte's diamond rose brooch appeared at an auction at Christie's in New York and was sold to an anonymous buyer for merely $700,000, leaving us to guess its new fate. Will we see it again? Let's wait and see. However, less of her jewels survived. This is the case with the stunning diamond collier by Cartier. The magnificent diamond necklace we could see in Grace Vanderbilt's portrait was a special order and was designed using pear-shaped and round diamonds with plaster pendants. The only part that survived till these days is the whole pendant cluster, which has presumably gone back to Maison. Diamond and sapphire brooch stomacher. Among the special orders of Grace Vanderbilt was one more stomacher in the Edwardian style. By 1900, the Edwardian jewelry was overlapping with the Art Nouveau period jewelry technique, which hailed from France in the 1880s. Edwardian jewelry started to become less imaginative and more conventional. Detailed enameling and fantasy-inspired designs slowly faded away in favor of garland-style swirls and elaborate curves. This stomacher was made by Cartier in 1907 using platinum, diamond, and sapphires. Only on several existing images, we could have a rare glimpse into Grace's brooch worn as a stomacher. Now, let's move on to one of the less-known but also prominent heiresses of the Vanderbilt family, who also got some sparklers to shine on. The diamond necklace. This necklace, which was inherited, dates back to 1950, when Wendy Vanderbilt Lehman was known for her captivating style and fashionable choices. Wendy was a direct descendant of Commodore Cornelius Vanderbilt, who started the family fortune in shipping, real estate, and railroads. Of impeccable craftsmanship, the front of the necklace suspends a graduated fringe of detachable 25 pear-shaped diamonds of 5.93 to 0.55 carats, each from an inverted pear-shaped diamond link to a graduated line of circular-cut diamonds set in platinum. When the piece was auctioned off at Christie's, the necklace was realized for $750,000 to an unknown buyer, thus making us wonder if we could see it once more. Vanderbilt Silver Collection. The Vanderbilt family amassed an exquisite collection of silver artifacts. Among these treasures is a 24-karat engraved gold house, presented to Cornelius Vanderbilt by his wife Sophia in 1863, symbolizing their opulent lifestyle. The collection also features the Congressional Gold Medal, awarded to Vanderbilt in 1864 for his generous donation of the steamship Vanderbilt to the Union Navy during the Civil War. Additionally, the Vanderbilt silver collection includes sterling silver pieces crafted by renowned 17th, 18th, and 19th century silversmiths, showcasing the family's dedication to acquiring masterpieces from various periods. The Vanderbilts are likely America's closest thing to a royal family. At least they spent money like one. The money came from Cornelius Vanderbilt, and the lavish spending came from just about anyone carrying the Vanderbilt name. Did you like this video? If any jewel echoes in your heart, write down the name and why you like it. Don't forget to follow our channel for more glittering stories covered in love and gems. Thank you for watching.